Hey everyone, Delvon Digital here, and I'm here to give you some tips shooting with the Pixel 8 Pro. Now, before we get started with this video, I want to say that a lot of these tips that I'm going to give you can apply to any phone. It's just not dedicated just to the Pixel 8 Pro. This is a Pixel channel, and this is the phone that I'm shooting with. Therefore, I'm giving you these tips based off the Pixel 8 Pro. Tip number one should be a very easy one. If you are a picture or photo enthusiast, you want to turn on the RAW mode. If your phone has RAW mode, please turn RAW mode on. And I understand that a lot of people don't really know how to process and edit images in RAW mode just yet, but if you're really serious about it, then you would take the time to learn. RAW mode gives you the most dynamic range, the most colors, and everything that you need when you're shooting with that, because it keeps so much data inside the RAW files that you have a lot more editing space to play with. And I highly recommend that everyone use RAW if you are a photo enthusiast, or if you're trying to learn photography before you go out there and buy an expensive camera to learn from that. The Pixel kind of give you that learning curve that you kind of need, and that goes for most phones that have a full manual mode as well. So I want to give a big shout out to Sims Made. He made me this awesome nameplate. You can get yours made from Etsy on his page. I would definitely have that link in the description below, so make sure you check him out. Everyone who's watching this, go grab yours today. Tip number two. This tip right here, I would say, is more so of a Pixel problem. So when shooting with the Pixel 8 Pro, sometimes when you're trying to focus on something close up or further away, the Pixel kind of hunts for that focus, and I can't stand it sometimes. And you kind of want it to lock onto whatever you wanted to lock on. And another thing is that when you use your finger to hold down on the screen to put the lock up, to lock on whatever you want to lock your exposure in and your focus in, sometimes it just doesn't work with the Pixel correctly. It will lock onto something in the back sometimes, especially when I'm shooting something close up, which just really irritates me, because if I'm pressing on that subject on the screen and I'm holding it down to lock it, it locks above it or at least under it or something like that, and there's a different subject around it. So it just really makes me mad. So the tip that I'm going to tell you is use manual focus. You don't have to use any other controls at all whatsoever. Just every photo, click on the little settings button, go to the manual slider, find it, and then just use that and focus on the subject with the focus P key, so you can lock in on exactly what you want to shoot and what you want in focus and what you want out of focus. And it works 100% of the time. So if you have a nice subject that you want to present, like a person, an object, a dog, or just any subject that's close up, just make sure that you get close enough to have that natural depth of field. Don't use portrait mode, don't use your zoom lenses, don't use your wide angle lenses, none of that. Just use your normal lens and just get really close, and it will create a beautiful depth with the Pixel. A lot of people will be shocked at some of the photos that I take, and they see the background and like, wow, that came from the Pixel. I'm like, yes, it came directly from the Pixel. And the easiest way to achieve that is just to get your phone and just move your phone close enough to the subject to create that depth. That's all you need to do. Sorry to interrupt this video, but just in case you didn't know, Delvon Digital makes his own custom wallpapers. All my wallpapers will be shown in my videos that you've been watching on this channel. So if you really want to support me, go ahead and hit that link down in the description below and go grab you some nice wallpapers. I mean, these things are dope. I do give all my supporters the Delvon Digital exclusive color, and in my custom wallpaper packs, there are 15 more colors just for you. So what you waiting for? Go ahead and pause this video, hit that link, and go get you some wallpapers, and come on right back and finish this up. But anyways, let's get back to the video. One of the things that we like to argue about is image quality. Though 50 megapixels doesn't really comply to those things if your sensor is not really good, but for the sake of this video, you want to turn on your 50 megapixels. Whether you shoot it in JPEG or you shoot it in RAW, you want to make sure that you turn it on, because that is the max quality of the sensor that you can get out of this phone. And why would you not want to do that? Now, I could tell you one reason why you wouldn't want to do that, and that's when you're shooting in 50 megapixels, the camera shutter has like a delay, a process delay. So catching moving objects may be out of the question when using your Pixel when you're shooting in 50 megapixels. Whether you have RAW mode or JPEG mode turned on, the 50 megapixels is a little bit too much for the camera processor. So therefore, when you're shooting, please try to shoot still objects when you're shooting in RAW mode, or if you're shooting in 50 megapixels, because you might catch some motion, unless you're trying to catch that motion. And tip number 5 goes into pro mode. Again, mainly all these settings that I've been talking about has been in pro mode. So we're gonna go back into pro mode, and we're going to make sure that we turn off auto lens selection. We're gonna make sure that we are the ones choosing what lenses that we wanna use. Whether you wanna use your ultra wide, your wide, or your telephoto, do not let the camera choose what lens you wanna use. I like to switch around sometimes, not all the time. I just mainly shoot with the wide angle lens. I feel like I get the best quality out of that. I just wish that if I use a telephoto lens, I can get more natural depth of field, but you kind of really don't until you get closer to the subject, as close as the phone will allow you to focus. But just make sure that you're controlling the lenses and what lenses you want to use when you put on manual focus, and you'll be good to go with most of your shots. So now I'm gonna throw in one bonus, right? And this is composition. Well, actually, I'm not. I got a whole video based off composition. Go ahead and check that video out now on the channel if you really want to learn how it feels to be out there shooting with the Pixel 8 Pro out there in the field. I got you. Go ahead and check that video. The link will be in the description below, and I hope you enjoyed this video if you made it this far. So hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoy content like this, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.